Hey there, my name is Alicia McPeak, and I am a holistic nutrition and wellness coach. I was talking to some girlfriends today, and I realized for the first time how truly far back my autoimmune issues went. I realized that when I was a child, I had severe allergies. I was allergic to animals, I was allergic to dust, I was allergic to so many different things, dairy, and I spent my whole childhood like that. I had probably what they called heat rash, but it was actually probably eczema behind my ears. And I would eat an apple and my stomach would hurt. So very obviously I was starting to have gastrointestinal issues that continued on through my life. But I usually start talking about my story as a teenager because that's when I really started realizing that I had some severe differences in my health. I always blamed it on the fact that my mom grew up in an impoverished situation, and so my DNA is kind of deficient, and I've spent my whole life trying to repair my DNA, basically. And I noticed in my late teens that I started having some severe issues. One was some severe depression, like seriously severe depression, in the closet, hopeless crying kind of depression. And I started having severe acne. And then I also noticed that my energy was different than other people's. I just mostly like needed 10 hours of sleep, and that's not normal, obviously. And this just kept going on and on and on. And I started juicing and eating a plant-based diet in my early 20s before anybody even actually really knew what juicing was. And even though I was doing all these things, I wasn't getting any better. In fact, I had acne and I started having wrinkles, and that's just not fair, right? We should not have both of those at the same time. We should be free from one of them before we have the other, for sure. And by the time I was 35, I was actually diagnosed with an autoimmune disease and cancer at the same time, which is totally logical if you think about it, because if your immune system is compromised, you're probably going to show up with cancer at some point in your life. Further thinking on this is that we know that when you have one autoimmune disease, the possibility of getting a second one is like 80% chance, and a third one is like 90% chance. So after this diagnosis, I became even more vigilant about my health. And I had already been juicing all these years, but I developed a protocol at this point that was very strong and very strict. And I didn't just do it with me, I did it with my clients as well. And it went like this. I would juice 2 quarts of vegetable juice a day. That's 8 glasses of vegetable juice, imagine. 1 huge pitcher of green smoothies, and half a pound of salad. Like I literally would weigh my salad and eat half a pound every day. And I did this for 8 years, and I did it every single day. I didn't miss a day. And I actually thought my health was probably as optimal as it was going to get. And I did it faithfully because I did not want to get cancer again. And I certainly didn't want to get another autoimmune disease. So I was doing everything I could. And I knew that you need massive amounts of nutrients from plant foods for the optimal health. So that's what I was doing. I was teaching my clients to do it. And here's the thing, the people that I love best, I knew they were never going to do that. My dad would wake up every day and eat a Snickers bar and drink a Coke. And so when Juice Plus came into my life and I saw what it was, like it's whole raw plant foods, right? If I could have created a product, this would be it. And then you've got all this research behind it. 36 double-blind gold standard studies, which gave me the credibility as a wellness coach to be able to recommend this to my clients. So I started taking Juice Plus and sharing it with my clients and my family and friends right away, same day. And, like I said, my dad was never going to eat vegetable juice, but he could do this. And my clients were having difficulty staying on track, but they could do this. This was super easy for them to do. And I started taking Juice Plus only, and I stopped juicing, and I stopped taking the suitcase full of supplements that I'd been taking. And I actually didn't expect to notice anything in my own health, but because of the research, I knew great things were going to happen in my body, but I really thought I had arrived. Like I was at optimal health at this point. And that was 7 years ago. And right away, I noticed more energy. And I actually didn't expect that because I didn't think I had any energy issues at this point. I really thought I was good. My hair had gotten really thin because of my autoimmune disease. And it was really brittle and it would break. And I used to have to manipulate my parts so you couldn't see my scalp. And after about 6 months, my hair started getting thicker and started growing. And it started looking amazing. And people started noticing it. But the most impactful thing for me was after a few months, I noticed, and I'll never forget where I was and what I was feeling. I was standing there, I was leaning up against the wall, and I thought, what am I feeling? And I realized for the first time in my life, I was happy and I was full of joy. And that's the way we're supposed to be. I never thought I would feel that way. I had never experienced it before. It was so foreign to me. I actually didn't recognize what it was at first. And I just believe it's our God-given right to feel full of joy because we're alive. That's the way it's supposed to be. And this is what the amazing amount of massive nutrition from plant foods in concentrated form from Juice Plus, it's just one of the amazing things that it can do for you. So I'm so grateful to have Juice Plus in my life.